guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. We have a data download here for global Dokkan that we could talk about. This is probably going to be the last sort of batch of things that are going to drop on global until we start getting worldwide download celebration stuff, right? Typically, the next couple of weeks are pretty quiet for both global and JP, right? We'll have like a countdown event and stuff like that, but I wouldn't really expect like more new units or anything, like basically after these, right? All right, so let's take a look at what we got right here. So there's an EZA area. Goku and friends are back. That, of course, is the EZA for AGL Turbo and Int Gotenks. We have the EZA for AGL Turless. Now, AGL Turless, to me, looks like he's about to take a massive leap. We'll talk about that in a second. Then there's also the Dokkan All-Stars EZA, which is absolutely prime timing for global Dokkan players because you guys, listen, there's a lot of rewards you can get for this, right? Global, let's just start by talking about this, right? Global typically gets sort of shafted with the worldwide download celebration units. I only say sort of shafted because there is a unit that it happens to on JP as well. But the worldwide download celebration units, which this year should be Cooler and Goku, they will not return until next July for global. So like, again, Cooler and Goku are coming out in like the 28th, 30th, something like that, right? In that time frame. The next time they'll be on a banner won't be until July of 2023, which is just, it's way too long. Like, it shouldn't be that way. JP has a unit like that too. And that, of course, is the Tanabata celebration characters. This year it's Vegeta and Trunks. They showed up in June, and they're not going to return on JP until March, right? So that's the unit that takes a super long time to return. Knowing this and how long it takes the characters to come back, I think it would be wise for global players to grind up this event. Now, it is 999 stages. I grinded it pretty much straight through, and it took me about 18 hours of grinding. Like, when I was actually doing it, because I recorded the whole thing, and I had 18 hours of footage in total. So that is how long it took me to get through the entire thing, right? If you look at these rewards, this is the single most rewarding event ever, if you look at this. Like, it's just insane. There is no time limit on this, however. You can just, like, do it one stage per day or something like that. And it doesn't, like, it's just up forever. It's just a forever rewarding event. My recommendation for global players, though, would be to probably try and use a lot of the rewards from this towards Cooler and Goku. Because they will take so long to return on global. Personally, I'm expecting Cooler and Goku to at the very least match last year's Goku and Frieza, in which I thought that they were the second and third best units in the game. I kind of expect the same thing is going to happen this year with Cooler and Goku. I expect them to be two of the best units in the game. So, grinding up all of these 999 stages, while it might be a bit of a pain, the rewards are just so insane, right? Like, you do want to go through this. And then, of course, it ends with LR, Goku, and Frieza, right? So there's that right there. Then there's also a ticket. That's, of course, for the Turles EZA banner. So here's the EZA area for Tarble and Gotenks. I guess we might as well just talk about them now. So they are from this EZA area right here. It's really not going to be that tough. A lot of these characters, these are some pretty basic characters that have been on a lot of banners. This one was very easy, I felt like. So Tarble, I think Tarble is okay, right? Because you're able to get a little bit of a dodge chance and stuff like that. He does do some orb changing as well. He's not anything super crazy, but as like a dodging support character, he could do a little bit of work sometimes. I will say this, though, no defense on super attack effects. I'm so done with that, right? Like, my characters nowadays, if they're dropping, I need them getting defense in here. Like, absolutely, they have to be getting defense. Okay, so we have Tarble. Then we have Int Gotenks. Int Gotenks really is nothing special, right? He's a free-to-play unit that's just getting a bunch of stats, which is just, like, not good enough, right? Like, this is exactly the type of free-to-play unit that I feel like they need to let go extinct, because it's just, like, this will never compete with a summonable character. And I know you could say, like, they don't need to, but correct. Yeah, they don't need to. So make this unit do something else. So, like, Look at the way Chilai is. I feel like they could make a character like that, but free to play. Like Chilai doesn't need to be a summonable character, I think, right? Like Fasha is more so like a traditional like strong summonable character, but like that again they could release like as summonable characters. Free to play characters could be strong supports and potentially have dodge and stuff like that, right? Like I think that's a better way to go about it, because again, when you're just given like a character like stats, but then you look at their EZA, like these are not in line with like a mega top tier unit, right? Like if you look at like, I don't know, like the 10 best units in the game, right? Like their stats do not look like this, right? So it's like, that's, I don't know. They, considering the way Dokkan has all these like low level categories, like youth or special pose right here, and considering how those categories all have different like difficult content based around it, you know, either like super battle road stages or missions for like the legendary Goku event or something like that, I feel like they could make these units like be good, right? Like just restrict it, make this Gotenks only really runnable on like the youth team or something like that. I feel like that would be a really smart way to build like this type of character right there. So we have that. Then of course we have the EZA for Turles. Now Turles is a really big boy. Here's the thing with Turles, right? If you look at his link set, he's running Brutal Beatdown, Big Bad Bosses, Fierce Battle, Thirst for Conquest. There's a very reasonable chance that this upcoming LR Cooler will have all 4 of these, right? So we're talking 40% defense, and then my brain, 40, 55. So we're talking what, 75% attack and 40% defense from these 4 links between Cooler and Turles, right? And Cooler, of course, is a powerful support. It's giving all allies 3 key 40% attack, and then your allies are getting defense if there's a super class enemy. This guy might go crazy on the LR Cooler team, whatever the Cooler team is, right? Especially if this Turles happens to catch Cooler's 200% leader skill. They share many teams, right? They're on Terrifying Conquerors, they're on Movie Bosses, they're on Final Trump Card, they're on Space Traveling Warriors, and then Cooler is not on Planetary Destruction, right? Even though he probably is a character. No, he is on Planetary Destruction. Yeah, Cooler is on it. So, dude, they share so many teams, right? Like, the chances that Turles is on Cooler's team is like 99% or something like that. So, Turles is dropping at the perfect time for Global Dokkan, because he's just a setup, a lead-in to Cooler being very potentially dominant. So, you do want to get this done. Cooler's EZA, low-class warrior is honestly a pretty terrible category for the most part, but I don't think that this will be too tough, right? I mean, you have some free-to-play units, low-level characters like these guys right here, you know, tech units that could destroy this Turles. I do not remember this EZA being tough whatsoever. So even though, like, this is not a crazy category, I think units like Version Z Goku should be able to put in work. Let me see. What are the restrictions here? None. It's just use superclass units. That's it. You know, he has damage reduction against extreme, and that is it. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, you could use any typing of superclass units, because typically a lot of these types of EZAs, not only will they have damage reduction against like a certain typing or something like that, but like, well, a certain class, right? Extreme class, super class, but they'd also have damage reduction against types as well, which Turles does not have, so that is good. Yeah, so there we go. That is pretty much everything in the data download. Again, I can't stress enough how impactful this guy might be on Cooler's team, so you do want to keep that in mind. Yeah, we got that. Here, of course, is the Dokkan All-Stars raid, which we talked about, and then there's the ticket. So, yeah, that is it. Again, I would expect Global and JP, in about a week for sure, we're going to be getting a lot of news. I would think, where's the countdown? I heard people say that the banner is probably on the 28th. So that means we could see the countdown start on the 19th. So I'm thinking we'll probably have some. Apparently, there's like a little teaser coming up sometime soon, which is going to tease Cooler and Goku as the Dual Dokkan Fest. So we get this teaser, and then that would lead us into the countdown, which would begin next week, and then lead us to Cooler and Goku. So we will see how hyped the worldwide celebration is going to be. Again, make sure you guys get this Turles grinded up. Turles, I think I'm probably going to have him bumped way up on my rankings pretty soon, I think, depending upon how nasty he's going to be with Cooler. There's many characters like this guy, STR Kid Buu, LR Janemba, LR Goku and Piccolo, who are like very good, but like they don't really have a spot to use. I think Hit and God Goku, like that, there's nowhere to use them, right? So it's like these characters get teams, and then it's like we reevaluate them because now they're like on a powerful team and could really impact some of these difficult events quite a bit. So Turles is supposedly about to get a big buff from Cooler, so we'll see. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.